On the next run. I'm ready. I'm excited. I mean, I hope I'm ready.
I would say that you're ready. It's just a matter of whether or not they're ready.
Are you ready? Thank you so much, Joker. Hey, everybody. I'm Saria.
I'm Saria. I'm in my old bed at my family home. It is around midnight 30 on Friday. 3 days and 3 hours before I will be performing my first ever speedrun at a Games Done Quick charity marathon speedrunning event. I should be asleep by now, and I attempted that, but I'm finding that rather difficult with the circumstances, and I'm pretty excited. And this year I thought I might try making a little video that walks any prospective viewers through the process of being a speedrunner, a performer at a Games Done Quick event, or any live speedrunning charity marathon. And as I struggled to get my heart rate down a few minutes ago, trying to will my body towards some modicum of tiredness for sleep, I realized that this is where I should start.
This is a resource, and perhaps a bit of a vanity project. A video which swiftly turned into a documentary. But why? What does any of this mean? Speedrunning is the act of playing video games quickly. While it can be a relatively simple and unceremonious hobby activity, in the 2010s it transformed into a cultural phenomenon, with legendary and unlikely games making headlines as speedrunners discovered ever more absurd ways to turn them inside out. Just about any game can be speedrun, and this means that just about any game can be approached in a new way, incentivizing favorite games to be played over and over again, in the pursuit of achieving personal best completion times, or even world records. I was aware of speedrunning early in my youth, but first became interested in participating myself in 2014 after I discovered recordings of the fast-trending speedrunning charity marathon, Awesome Games Done Quick, specifically the 2013 iteration. Awesome Games Done Quick is the flagship winter event of an event coordinating organization, Games Done Quick, or GDQ for short. What began in 2010 as a passion project of Speed Demo's archive experienced raucous growth in the next few years. Founder Mike Uyama took the inaugural event into his mother's basement, and 4 years later, as tens of thousands of online viewers looked on, AGDQ 2014 became the first GDQ event to raise $1 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, with hundreds of people from all over the world joining to celebrate the video games which had brought them together and given them so much passion. I couldn't resist that energy.
If you care about this, then this is what you're probably going to be going through as well. The anxiety and anticipation well before the actual event is a pretty awesome problem to have, but a problem it still is, because in order to be doing your best in front of 100,000 people on stream, it's gonna be a good idea to be well rested. And if you're like me and you're performing your speedrun in the dead middle of the wee hours of the night, and you've already adjusted your sleep schedule accordingly as best you can, that's already been an issue to work on, and I have been as diligent as possible with it without completely upending my life. But as it turns out, I care about this just as much as I thought I would. And it might seem like a silly thing to care this much about, to be this nervous and anxious and excited about, to play a video game for literal 15 minutes of fame while some people watch and then probably never think about you again. And the event's not about me, it's not about any of the individual runners. It's about all of us coming together, it's about the cause. It's about the Prevent Cancer Foundation, it's about what all of it means to everybody. And just the simple idea of people coming together to try to do something good. And that's part of why I care so much. And this is when it's really starting to sink in. This is by no means my first time having attempted to be accepted for a Games Done Quick marathon. I have submitted games for years now. And this was the first time I received that acceptance email, and that was a wild moment. But this is where it's really sinking in, and it's going to be different for everybody that this happens to. We're all different, and we're all going to be bringing different experiences to the event. We're all going to be having different experiences, and none of us know exactly what to expect. And I'm very lucky in that regard because I'm playing a game that is basically as forgiving as possible. I'm playing Ruff City, a really simple beat 'em up. And basically nothing can possibly go wrong. And even the things that can won't really matter that much. And so I'm one of the incredibly lucky ones who doesn't really have to worry about that, knowing that it's gonna go great. And so I'm just trying to enjoy the time before that happens. I'm trying to extend and appreciate every single second leading up to that because I care about this, and this is special to me. This is a dream come true. And I would love to be well rested for it, although my chances for that are looking slimmer by the moment, and I always knew that they were very bleak. But that's where this video starts. If this turns into anything, if anybody watches it, this is a part of it, right here. Trying to get some sleep. 3 days before my run, 2 days before the marathon even begins. Living every single moment of it already. Just caring. And if this is what you're going through, congratulations. We're gonna get through this, and we're gonna have a great time. But try to get some sleep, okay?
Less than 3 hours before I head out in the car to the event, and I managed to get some decent sleep the last few nights, and I'm pretty happy about that. Clearing off phone space to make sure I can take pictures and videos at the event, including, I guess, this stuff, as well as looking through and clipping and making highlights of my stream from last night, which involved me accidentally getting a world record in Ruff City by more than 20 seconds, which makes it far less likely for me to get a world record on stage on Monday, so rats. Darn, that came out of absolutely nowhere. I was just doing my final no reset run on stream before the event, and the game just went really, really fast. It just gave me almost entirely great luck, except for the very last luck interaction in the game. But I am not complaining. I'm pretty freaking happy about that. That's another thing about this entire experience that hasn't sunk in yet. But that's a lot of words, and this is about, you know, the experience of running at AGDQ. So what else should I tell you about preparing for the event? Well, one of the things that I've been doing for at least a month now has been doing constant practice runs leading up to the event. Even though Ruff City is an incredibly forgiving game, and it's the type of game where it's like riding a bike. You just remember how to do it even if you take some time off. I think that the event organizers peek into your streams every once in a while, at least in older documentation, they say that they do that sometimes, just to make sure people are are taking this seriously. And I think it's a good idea, just no matter what, no matter if anybody's watching. I think that if you want it to go well, it's to your benefit to be practicing very often, especially the closer you get to the event. And something I've also been doing is practicing the things I'm going to be saying before and after the run, but I'm not scripting it. I do want it to be mostly natural, and I really try to prioritize genuineness at all times. It's very important to me, so I don't want to just be reading from a script, but I do want to represent myself well. And if that's also important to you, then that's something that you could also experiment with. I don't mean you necessarily have to practice in front of a mirror, because that's not what I've done, but just whatever feels natural to you, whatever you feel would make you more comfortable going into the event, that you don't have to worry as much about unknowns whenever you're going onto the stage, because there's already so much unknown about that experience, even from the tech end. Marathons are held on by a thread most of the time. Every second that passes in an event like this where things are not breaking is a miracle, and I'm not saying that to disparage Games Done Quick or anybody who puts these events on. That's just the way these things are. There are so many tech issues that are going on even when we don't see them. So many things that people are just like trying to rescue throughout these events, and to have things as buttoned up as possible on your end is a good idea going into these things. So I'm probably going to do one more practice run off stream before I head out to the event and practice all of my pre and after run commentary and my during the run commentary one more time, and then at the event itself I'll probably, almost certainly, be doing another practice run in the serious practice room with my commentators there so they can get a better idea of everything that's going to be going on. And it's just about time. Man, this is surreal. We can use our standard 3-punch combo to take them out. Our third attack, the uppercut, is a bit more powerful and can deal 2 strikes, but also you saw me just...
After another smooth practice run of Ruff City, the time of my departure was on me before I knew it, and I set out on the road to Pittsburgh. For me, the drive to Pittsburgh is about 90 minutes, which is incredibly fortunate for me. And selfishly, that's the reason I hope this event is held at this same venue for the rest of my natural life.
I've arrived at the parking garage, fairly close to the hotel and venue altogether, thankfully, because this is another AGDQ in Pittsburgh where it's going to be even colder than usual around these parts. So that leads me to my next point. Come prepared for all sorts of environments, even indoors. Even if this is a summer event you're going to and it's forecast to be very temperate the entire time, you never know what sorts of environments you're going to be experiencing in the venue and around town in different places. So come prepared. Bring all sorts of stuff. I have brought very warm clothes because we're going to be in the elements this time, so I have gloves, I have hats, I have many layers of clothing to wear because I'm going to need it. It's going to be pretty bitter throughout the week, so hopefully I can get all my stuff together for one trip to the hotel, and hopefully the walk won't be too bad. Let's do this. I can't wait to meet my boys. Let's do it.
The walk to the hotel was indeed relatively quick and painless. The parking garage is fairly expensive, but it's something I'm willing to accept to be able to have this experience.
I see him.
My roommates had also been accepted, and our runs were almost all back-to-back on the schedule.
Those poor sacks have probably been waiting for me because I'm late.
Hi, Say!
Hello. And this is the group that I happen to adore, and that's a great way to enjoy a marathon. So I successfully performed getting the hotel card key skip. My friends did that for me, and they just gave it to me, so I'm already ahead when we start the marathon.
Gold split! Woo!
We're in the hotel room, so that's if you got a hotel room, you will be getting a hotel room, and this is a good video.
It is. Well, hey, it's really important. If you're going to go to a GDQ, I recommend strongly getting a hotel room on site, because you can't really beat waking up, rolling out of bed, and just going downstairs, and everything is just going on as soon as you walk out of the elevator. It's such a cool experience.
Yeah, I'm spoiled by having that be my one experience so far last year. This is my second in-person AGDQ, and I'm already enjoying it. One of our roommates went out to do wife things because he has a wife, so we'll be seeing him again some point. But the next things I need to do are get registered, or not registered. I am registered. Make sure you're registered before the event. That would be a problem if you're...
Please tell me you're registered.
Yeah, like if you're in the marathon and you're not registered for the event, you might run into some issues when you get there. So I'm going to be checking in, and then right around when I'm checking in, I'll show you a little bit of that process if I can. I'm going to also be getting my run installed on all of the machines that they tell me to install for preparing for my run, because I'm using a Steam game for my run, and that it needs to be there so I can play it, and I brought it on a USB, and that's going to be my first time doing something from a Steam backup, and I'm ready to go.
Nice to meet you. We will be hanging out. Hi. You go first? Sure.
So we just found out what the runner badges look like, runner and volunteer badges look like. My boys are doing a co-op run of Snake, Rattle, and Roll,
And that's it.
and that's exactly what is on the badges.
How cool is that?
That's really cool. So I'm all checked in, got my runner's badge, and Covert Muffin took me on a tour, and he's a legend, by the way. So that was cool. In about 15 minutes, I'm slated to do my PC install. So I'm just going to hang around here for a little bit, then I'm going to go into the stream room and flag down a staff member and get that taken care of. So my experiences with the staff here have always been incredibly positive, and they're under a lot of pressure. So whenever you're interacting with them, I'd say just always be friendly, and whenever you're working through issues, respect their time, because they're putting on a freaking massive marathon. Everybody's going to be stressed at all times and trying to make things work, and they're running between a zillion different places, even today on the day before the marathon actually starts. So just respect the staff, make sure that you're helping them out whenever you can, and they're here to help you. So don't be afraid, but also be respectful, be friendly, and we're all going to work together to make this work.
My PC install seemed to go smoothly at first, until I tried to press buttons in order to start the game, and I realized it was not working. I may be green with Steam, but after toying with some settings and checking a few boxes that allow different controller types, I got everything working as intended, and it seemed I was ready for Monday.
I got Ruff City installed on 2 PCs, and I should be all set for that. Had to do a little bit of extra stuff to get my controller working on those PCs, so if it doesn't work on the actual day, I think I'll know exactly what to do to fix that. So everything's good so far. Heading into the evening of pre-day one. I still don't know what to think or feel, but I'm looking forward to everything.
At 7 p.m., I attended a GDQ runner orientation, which gave a rundown of many important and valuable things to keep in mind for all sorts of aspects of running a game at a GDQ event.
Here at dinner on the night before day one, and just had a great point brought up to me about the staff by this lovely person. Another member of Roommate Block who talked about how the staff here, I mentioned that respect their time, but also don't be afraid to ask them questions. That's what he just told me, because they are incredibly receptive to the questions. They're here to help you, and they want to be able to have those issues brought up before anything comes up in a way that is less convenient. So don't be afraid to ask questions. They're going to help you. And thank you, Chester. Also, I'm excited for this vegan burger. Let's go. So we're approaching bedtime on the night before the event. We have done our little runner orientation, which I think is very useful. It was a nice short procedure for procedure. That makes it sound like somebody cut us with a scalpel. Do you cut with scalpels? Anyway, we're here in our room again, and we're informed. We have been what was it called? We have been orientated. We've been orientated. Thank you, gentlemen. They always have my back. That's why they're going to be on stage with me on Monday. And yeah, I'd say if they offer that whenever you're at an event like this, it's just great to have all those refreshers. And I'm probably going to be reading through the event rules just to make sure that everything that I'm planning to do during my run isn't going to be against any of their things that they're telling us how to behave and everything, which I'm thinking I'm probably good, but you never know, so I'm still going to brush up anyway and try to get some sleep tonight and maybe get 8 hours tonight, and then if I get 4 hours the next night, I was telling CJ that would be a miracle and I'd be very happy. So let's get started on the 8 hours soon. Let's do it.
So, how did I get myself into this mess in the first place? The first speedrun I ever attempted in 2014 was River City Ransom, a formative NES classic and likely the first video game I ever played as a toddler. Of course, that particular game proved to be absolutely infuriating to speedrun due to its unforgiving luck elements, and I turned to its Game Boy Advance remake, River City Ransom EX, in January 2015, where I submitted the game's first serious recorded speedrun videos to the most centralized archiving site, speedrun.com. This was my humble entry into the intoxicating world of pursuing faster and faster game completions, setting goals, learning new tricks, improving execution, recording the fruits of your labor, and challenging the rest of the world to do even better. In 2020, I discovered that one of my idols from the Super Smash Bros. Melee community, Red, had beaten my River City Ransom EX world record. This was the spark which fully ignited my love of speedrunning, and 5 years after I had left the game dormant, I returned to compete and eventually obsessively improve and polish the game. The next year, another runner named Will Bobsled transformed the original River City Ransom, and I finally achieved control over my beloved early childhood game. From there, I was hooked. I fell to the insatiable lust for the practical infinity of games to speedrun. For me, it all turned out to hit a little close to home.
Good morning. It's about 8:30 a.m. This is not the big day, but it is still a big day. Got lots to do. I think I need to hydrate more. I've got a little bit of a headache, and that's another suggestion, which is a very common one and a very prevalent and important one for everybody. Stay hydrated. So I'm gonna make sure I pick up one of the provided water bottle containers that the Prevent Cancer Foundation brings. Very useful, and make sure I keep that filled up and keep myself watered, because the event just feels way more pleasant whenever you're not dehydrated. Are these available for pickup? Yes, thank you. Yes. So we're starting off the day in the casual practice room. Y'all's Rake is getting some snake rattle and roll practice in. You can go to a desk in the practice room and ask for certain consoles to borrow so that you can play certain games, and you can just set them up at any of these little terminals that are situated in the room with TVs and different types of TVs with different input ports and everything. And it's just a magical place. It's probably my favorite place overall in the entire place. Not even just the streaming room where all of the magic is happening, but this is a really magical place too, where you can meet all sorts of people doing all sorts of things and playing games and setting up tournaments, and it's incredible. And I'm going to be spending a lot of time here throughout the week.
After spending some time in the practice room, we headed over to the stream room to witness the beginning of the main event.
All right, well, welcome to Awesome Games Done Quick 2025. So, on the count of 5, we're going to start the game. The run's going to start, and we're going to do it. So, all right, let's go. Everyone ready? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
pre-show was entertaining, and now I'm waiting in line to get my runner t-shirt, which is a really cool perk of being a runner. You get a t-shirt for free, as well as getting your registration paid for. That's actually a decent point. I'm here at lunch and I'm considering my food options. I was gonna go for salmon, but I don't even want a 0.1% chance of foodborne illness tonight before my run, so that's just something that I thought I'd share. I'm gonna get an Impossible Burger instead. I don't think that has a chance, does it? I'll ask for it well done if I have to. Coming up into the afternoon here, and I'm going to watch and support Bluekandy, who is a streamer that I have enjoyed to watch for years, and it's been cool to watch him blow up recently, and he's playing the game that I first found him playing, Kirby Air Ride City Trial, which is one of my favorite things in any video game. So I'm excited for that, and that's one of the nice parts about being a runner in this event is that you're just at the event and you can just do whatever you want as long as you're, not supposed to be somewhere and doing something. You can just enjoy the event and everything that it entails. And after that run, I'm probably going to work out because playing Ruff City requires a very high physical fitness level. I just do it because it's important to me. And then we'll be getting close to time to meet up and get prepared for our runs. So how do I, can I segue?
So I ventured to the stream room again to watch an incredible speedrun of Kirby Air Ride's City Trial Mode by Bluekandy. This was an especially scary speedrun to perform in a marathon setting where there's no room for error. However, all while being his own commentator and player while using 4 controllers at the same time, Bluekandy absolutely nailed it.
Gotta get all the other purples, and last but not least, Destruction Derby 150 and time.
Why does this matter to me? Why am I doing this? Like most of my hobbies and activities, speedrunning is more than just a game to me. An owner of mental illnesses and conditions contributing to a hellaciously obsessive and addictive personality, I have always taken things inordinately seriously and heaped absurd amounts of pressure on myself in all things. This first led to burnout in my first passion in life, golf, after early success as a junior golfer petered out. Then the same happened regarding my standout high school and college venture, trombone performance. However, there was one activity where I enjoyed relative longevity and a stint among the world's elite, an acrobatic sport known as tricking. In 2010, my lifelong autistic fixation on acrobatics and martial arts thrust me headfirst, sometimes literally, into an incredibly physically intense activity, where I lashed my body through more and more and more demanding goals and workouts. For years, the results were consistent and stunning, and I progressed quickly and resoundingly. By 2016, I had grown into a balanced and world-class tricker, and the intensity of training and achieving new goals was a simple fact of my life, and it all just happened. No matter how hard it was, I simply met each challenge. I didn't know how to not want it. Then, it all started catching up to me. For many of my tricking years, I fought through chronic injuries to surprising success, but in 2019, a left hamstring injury struck at what proved to be a horrific time. This turned into another chronic injury, and while I struggled to treat it, I developed mental blocks with many of my tricks, as well as rust and atrophy. All of this combined with the wear and tear of an aging body that was no longer constantly lubricated by fast-twitch flexible motion. By 2021, I was an empty shell of my former self as a tricker. And while I am incredibly grateful for everything I had and still have, because I have been so fortunate to have access to these abilities at all, the fact remains. Mentally, the diminishing process was harrowing, as I slowly felt the strength and intensity that had become so core to my life erode and wither. I lost my tricking form, and I lost my desire. And I was lost. And I still am. Not for lack of trying, this is something I may never figure out. I work out almost every single day, feeding my endorphin addiction and grabbing my intensity fix, but it still pales in comparison. I was left searching for something to fill that lofty void, an activity to flavor my life with that goal-oriented, adrenaline-laced purpose. The rush, the execution, the fear and despair of failure, and the ecstasy and validation of victory. What else offers that robust and varied potential for honing of skills and pursuit of goals that are so clearly visible? I didn't have to look far before I latched on to speedrunning. The tricking community was one of the first times in my entire life that I felt unconditionally and unequivocally accepted and loved by a community. And when I attended my first GDQ in 2024, I was getting a pretty similar feeling all over again.
All right, it's serious practice time, so we're all together in a serious practice room where I'm setting up on a serious practice computer with Ruff City, and I'm going to do a serious practice run with regular commentary with some lads behind me, and then we're going to figure things out for their runs as well, and then we're going to try to sleep.
It's an entirely different kind of commentary altogether.
Entirely different kind of commentary.
In a row?
Altogether.
In between practice runs, we ran into Mello Acevedo, one of the hosts and staff members of GDQ, who had earlier performed a very entertaining skit as a part of the AGDQ 2025 pre-show. Mello was of high energy and spirits, and that bolstered us as we hurtled toward our very big day.
Our practice runs with commentary went well, and now all that remains is hoping for a miracle that we can really get some decent rest tonight, although our window is already closing, but that's not the sort of thinking that I should actually be entertaining.
Here's the time the alarm is set for. Dun dun dun.
Wait a minute, that's only 6 hours from now, and I haven't even eaten yet.
Yeah.
For you.
That sounds like a you.
So, without further,
Here we go. What's up, everybody? It's 3:35 a.m.
Yeah.
The fact that I am filling this room with the sound of my voice is irresponsible. I feel like the concept of sound is offensive at this moment, but I got more than 0 hours of sleep. I got about an hour and a half, and that is, kind of a win. And hopefully that'll take us to victory. But we need to take ourselves to the green room very soon, because we have been summoned, so it's about time. Green room time.
It's green.
It's green. I'm not let down at all. Now we're just all going to be in here. Me and my commentators, we're all in here. We're just going to be waiting until we're called onto the stage, and then we're going to get everything set up with tech, and then it'll be just waiting for the moment. It's amazing. It's time. Almost. This is a bit of a hurry up and wait kind of part of the event, but it's incredible. It's incredible to be able to do this.
As I got on stage and attempted to log into Steam to be able to play my game, something went wrong. The PC was not connected to the internet, and the button to log into Steam in offline mode refused to work. For several minutes, the incredible tech crew and staff at AGDQ were running around with a bit of a confused and unsure air, as suddenly, it seemed at best my run would be delayed. But eventually, somehow, all of a sudden, when I clicked the Open Steam and Offline Mode button, it worked. And everything was a go.
On the next run. I know, right? Yeah, just set it up here.
Kickstand on the table. We're good.
I'm ready. I'm excited. I mean, I hope I'm ready. You never know until they kick it to the main cam. But
I would like to take it old school. I would say that you're ready. It's just a matter of whether or not they're ready.
Are you ready?
Corn begins.
Probably.
Thank you so much, Joker. Hey, everybody, I'm Saria, and it's an absolute joy and honor and delight to be here, to be a part of this, and to have a crew behind me who, even though they won't be able to probably get much of a word in edgewise, I still appreciate them being here because it looks like I have friends. I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Yells Rake.
I'm Mad Mega.
I'm Chest Jerk.
And I hope you like what you see, because for the next 6 hours or so, you're going to be seeing a lot of us in what we're calling roommate block, because we're basically going to be playing musical chairs and handing the controller off to each other as we all do our runs, because we were all fortunate enough to be accepted. And also we have a special star appearance from Super Lucky's Tale, but it all starts right here with Ruff City, a cute, short, straightforward indie beat-em-up title from 2023, and it stars a cute cartoon dog named Lucky who is fighting through the city against his old gang called the Hounds in order to face off against the Duke and reclaim something precious that was taken from him. And it's all going to get started in just a moment here. If we're all ready, let's do this. Do it. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris! I mean, go. So.
Another tech issue occurred with the timer. There were difficulties starting the timer, and attempts to catch it up to the right moment were initially faulty. But not only do I not mind this, I feel it added a little extra character to the run. It made it more memorable. Thank you again to the incredible tech crew for everything they do.
That's a fun little glitch, by the way. This is a beautiful game. All the glitchers, except for the infinite weapon glitch, are quite minor and not game-breaking at all. But this is not a great fight because I'm not really able to show off what I'm trying to talk about with her walking into the wall and just sort of jittering and getting stuck and taking a long time between her attacks. But it was still an okay fight.
That was a heckin' doggo right there.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Big heckin' dog.
So many incredible creatures, la creatura, in this run, in this game. No train hit me, which was very nice. But that wouldn't have hurt me too bad. Nobody in this game is getting hurt, I don't think. When you hear those dog pain noises, and it can be a little bit tough, like animal violence. But I'd like to think this is just playtime. Like, look at that guy having fun. Look at that guy getting hit in the train in the back of the head and falling over and disappearing. He's fine. They're just having fun. But yeah, I'm just trying to deal as many hits as possible in between and during attacks. And the rest of the fight just looks like this. And so this gives us an opportunity to read some donations whenever you have some.
Well, we've got plenty here. We've got $25 from the Cute Stream Collective. Good luck to Saria Song from Zizzy, the Woodlings, the Jades, Swords, Black Feathers, and Silver Star. Keep it rough, Cuneo style.
Thank you so much, my dear friends.
We've also got $30 from Bisuki, who says, "Hi, Saria, it's Bisuki. Oh. Miss you, so proud of you. Seeing you doing what you love continues to bring me so much joy. You're an inspiration. Thanks, everyone, for staying up to watch. I'm chanting your name like a cheerleader right now."
Thank you, Bluesky. Oh my gosh, long time no see. Holy cow, I hope everybody's doing amazing. Thank you all for being up at 4:30 a.m. on the East Coast. And now we're facing this they did really early attacks there. I just got slapped around, but that happens. This is a beat 'em up, and sometimes you get beat up in the beat 'em up, even when you're trying to beat 'em up the other beat 'em uppers. This is an unfortunate stage here because the edges of the screen do not stop the enemies. They can just walk out. They can just leave. They can just hit the bricks, and then you can't hit them anymore.
And they have swords. I'm so concerned.
Yeah, the sticks made.
Yeah, I don't want that bad anymore. Get out of here.
Yeah, no.
I want this katana, which again, I don't think anybody's actually getting hurt. I'm going to drop it for now. I'm going to take it into the boss fight later because that'll deal some more damage against the boss, which I think is more efficient. We'll see.
I get it. I think it's a katana.
Katana.
Oh my goodness. See, this is exactly why I have these people behind me. I knew that I wasn't going to regret having commentators. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to try and keep that pug alive if I can, because I want to be able to take a few more hits with it to charge up my super meter just enough to be able to use my long super against the 2 tanks that are about to come in. This is one of the most crucial spawns in the entire game. I just barely wasn't able to get the long super charged in time, but they also cooperated, and they just walked in the same direction and exposed their back to me at the perfect amount of back exposure. I am doing, oh, are you gonna get stuck on the plant? Whee! Whee!
That is happening. I can't tell you how many times I've had to stop a cat from eating a plant.
I know, right?
So it's a little too real for me.
It's such a catastrophe.
I still love you despite everything. This is exactly what I was hoping for. This has been a pretty good run, too, and we're headed into the final confrontation against the Duke, a tiny dog with its tongue hanging out.
Aww.
But, oh, look, it has the power of pride, which means it's absolutely unstoppable. We can't do anything while this attack is active. It's invincible, and it can just stun lock us forever. And so we're going to try and 3-cycle this thing at all costs.
Nice phase 1. Nice phase 1.
Thank you very much. And coming up, of course, is phase 2, because you have to have a phase 2. And oh no, he's hot.
Oh, baby.
But this one we can just kind of attack at all times. This one I can dance around and throw some jabs. This next attack is very short, and now this one is undodgeable, unfortunately. Just kidding, did I get you? I think that is the only way to dodge that attack, especially once we get to the agitated phase right here. The only way to dodge this grab is to use the invincibility from your super attack.
Time is coming up, by the way.
Yeah, time is coming up very soon. There we go, time. And Lucky has retrieved the precious toy ball from the Duke. Yes. And it's a gorgeous sight. And now that there's a moment for you all to breathe, do you have any thoughts about, do you feel good about what we've done here?
Rough.
Rough? Feel rough?
Yeah, I feel rough.
I feel a bit off. What was I supposed to? No.
It is very, very early in the morning.
Is it?
That was Rough. Yes, there you go. Absolutely gorgeous scenes. That was Ruff City. Just a cute, adorable, and straightforward, simple game. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, and I really don't think it has to. It's just a game that wants to be what it is, and so it is, and it kind of represents the simple joy of making games to me, and I think that's a nice energy to be able to spread around, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to do that, and just to be here on stage. I've always wanted to be an entertainer, and so this is an incredible opportunity for me, and it's just this organization and this event has been so important and inspirational to me for more than 10 years now. And cancer is something that has dismayed me more than just about anything in life for my entire life. It has taken several family members and friends, both people and pets, for me. And my grandmother on my father's side was diagnosed about 15 years ago. She was given a 10% chance to live. And just like in a beat 'em up, she kicked the stuffing out of it, and she's still going strong into her mid-90s.
Pretty happy. That went about as well as I could have ever hoped. And Super Lucky's tail is absolutely adorable. New Super Lucky's tail, excuse me. And back on stage soon, and we go again with commentary. Let's do this.
And so it was. After a brilliant run by Steve TV Online of New Super Lucky's Tale, it was back on stage to support and commentate for Mad Mega X381 and Dick Tracy, which would prove to be, though I may be biased, one of the greatest runs of the entire event.
I read you loud and clear, GDQ. Thank you. This is Dick Tracy. I'm here. Actually, no, I'm not Dick Tracy. I'm Mad Mega. All right. Can I get a clue? The first 2 clues read, actually, for me, Yells, please.
Fake $20 bill used near Steve the Tramp's flophouse, see? Footprints in a puddle of spilled green ink, see?
Oh. All right, thank you. So the way that this game works is Dick Tracy is given a case and he has to solve it. The way he does that is that he's going to go through and we're going to collect some evidence to put away a bunch of... oh, I need to tie my shoe. Sorry about that. and put away some of the rogues gallery that Dick Tracy has. I mean, there are a lot of really interesting fellas here that we're going to deal with, but hopefully not get shot too much more here. This has my favorite enemy in the game, actually. As I said, I am a super cop. He seems to think that that's literal. I'm going to jump to grab this clue, and he thinks I can fly. Can I get that clue read, please?
Blank money paper and invoice from First and H Print Shop, see?
Oh, that's where we are.
Oh, claim ticket from 4th and B Shoe Repair, see?
Oh, well, we were already there. Perfect. This is good. I think we're right where we need to be. The cardinal directions, you can only drive on the right side of the road. You're a law-abiding police officer for the most part. For the most part. We're going to park here very specifically for a reason that we'll see when we come out of this.
See?
We'll see. We'll see. See? Well, we picked up the super punch, and and I really got to talk about that. we turn everybody into Zoidbergs with a super punch. His racket.
Boom. It turns enemies into projectiles, and anybody that they touch is instantly vaporized.
Hey, I hope you don't mind me jumping in for a second, see, but I just looked over and I noticed we're at $2,890 out of $3,000 for that pizza possum dress-up, see? Oh, my goodness, now we're at $2,900. Can we get another $100 by the end of this run?
$100? Isn't that a C note?
Nah, that's when you don't hold any of the buttons down on the trumpet.
Get out of the car, Tracy.
We got $5 from Trick Daisy that says Trick Daisy.
All right, so this stage is awesome because I get to punch one guy and walk. I just hold right, and then I have to walk over here.
That's a nice holding right.
This must be absolutely terrifying for the guy you're about to bust. He just watches you do the Darth Vader walk all the way across the room while all of his cronies just fall down behind you.
Can I get the first clue, please, Yells?
Detective Sam Ketchum received a letter bomb, see?
Oh, geez, a letter bomb. That's not good. Let's run to 5th and C.
Oh, see?
See what we see.
See?
You mean to tell me he received it?
You know what? I think we have 2 clues.
We got 2 clues, see?
We got 2 clues.
Back scratcher with embossed I, see?
Wait, an I or a C?
I, see?
See?
Okay.
Did he stutter?
I see. You.
What do you see?
Discarded note. Slip the blank of Mickey and keep him asleep, see?
Okay, we're about to arrest Flat Top. We have all of the information we need on him. This is a good time for a donation or 2.
Oh, fantastic, because I got a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
I got $25 from Tongue Twistin', see? It says, she sells seashell on the seashore, see? The shells she sells, see, are seashells, I'm sure, see? For if she sells those seashells on that damn dirty seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. We got $50 from Shannon Says What that says Dick Tracy knows how to say yes in Spanish. See?
See?
I don't know why that's the one that broke me.
If we do this right, there's going to be a guy and his dog, and we're going to punch them both. And then that should take out those 2 guys.
It's rough city.
It's a rough city out there, see? Mr. Tracy, I got a moment to answer some questions.
Sure.
Press. Well, we got $50 from Elliot Ness, who would like to know what opponents are in the ocean. Sea anemones.
Ah.
And we got $5 from Ultra Ubinus, says, what is Dick Tracy's favorite drink? Well, it's high C, of course.
Yes. It's fantastic.
See?
All right, found another clue, please.
Discarded note. Keep him at First and J basement. B. C.
B. C.
B. C.
How many years?
D. E.
Who's on
first? Card.
I'm getting hungry. I want a T-bone, see?
Gonna be able to punch one of these guys here and walk right behind him to sort of like pave the road, as you will. Gonna jump. Perfect. That's exactly what we were trying to do. I swear to you, that is exactly how it is supposed to look at home. Do not adjust your television set. We're gonna take our first aid here. Yells, you can read that clue, but it's up at the top of the screen for those at home if they want.
Oh, chloroform bottle. The brow's fingerprints, see?
All right, so I can go arrest the brow.
So, I got a telegram from HQ. The Ness is not dead, see? I repeat, the Ness is not dead. Mostly thanks to the pals on stage right now. Man, Mega finally getting his chance to shine live on the big stage. Some of my favorite people putting on a legendary run, making George the Fat Man Singer proud. Best of luck, fellas. You're gonna need it. Prune face. That was $38.10 from Mixmaster PJ. See?
Thank you, PJ. There's Stoogeviller. There's this guy, Pruneface. And they don't know where he is. They have no idea where Pruneface is.
Hit the bricks.
You can hit the street, hit the bricks.
You could just leave.
So we're going to go back up here to First and C. And, First and C, see? And maybe this is Pruneface. I'm Dick Tracy. Take that, Pruneface. Well, now I'm Pruneface. Take that, Dick Tracy. Now I'm Prune Tracy. Take that.
Donation, please.
Donation.
And we got $5 from Guarian. What's Dick Tracy's favorite programming language? C. C.
C Shop, see?
We got $25 from Anonymous who wants to know why Carmen Sandiego's dressed in yellow.
So you can see. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
8th and C Bank knocked over by masked gunmen.
Yeah, I feel like we've glossed over the fact that, well, several notes here. One, those gunmen must be really strong to do that. Second, I feel like we're here and the bank is still standing, so something's up here.
Heist money hidden in Big Boy's deposit box, see?
All right, so
Big Boy, see?
We're going to arrest Big Boy. And first things first, we're going to use our last first aid, and we are going to tear gas that guy. And the tear gas gives you the super punch. So we're literally just going to use that to basically send him and clear a road for us. And now we're just throwing tear gas and eliminating enemies until we can go and arrest Big Boy. So we're very close to the end here.
You know what happens when you throw tear gas? They can't see.
Oh, they can't see.
No, somebody happens to agree with you. We got $10 from Blue Moon Shadow. Says, I can't see with all this tear gas. See?
All right, time is coming up when I hit arrest on Big Boy here. And that is coming up here.
Have some tea, see? Tea is in time.
Arrest, that is time. Tea is in time.
I had to get Tracy. I hate your guts, but you're a good cop.
Oh, congratulations, Tracy. You're 1 in a million.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to my couch, my wonderful friends here. We're not going away just yet. Thank you to everybody out in the crowd who came to cheer me on. I appreciate all of you so much. Just thank you so much. Shout outs to my wife, my own Tess Trueheart. She makes me a better person. You know what? I'm not going away completely, but that's it for Dick Tracy. See me again maybe in 20 years to life, right?
See ya, see?
Yeah.
20 years to life.
Well done, Dick Tracy.
Tracy.
See?
Dick Tracy went absolutely amazing too. Well done to Mega. And now one more for roommate block.
Time to snack.
Time to snick.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yellsrake.
My name is Chester.
And we are going to play some Snake, Rattle, and Roll for you. A real quick tutorial for those that aren't very familiar with this game. So this game has a lot of ice mechanics in it. And I'm just like tapping left so that I don't die.
I'm holding nothing right now, by the way.
Because you just died, yes.
Yeah.
But just to illustrate just how delicate some of the movement is here, I'm just going to let go of left. And I've died instantly. Also, now I'm going to hold left to try to keep myself on this slope. I decided I want to move slightly over to the side, so I'm going to hold a diagonal, like
That's
left
a good
and
idea.
down.
That's a good idea.
And I died immediately.
Oh.
So, just so you know,
Man.
cardinal directions only, friends. That's all we're looking for in this game, and you will be punished otherwise.
Thank goodness.
So, thank goodness for that. We have a really sharp-dressed couch behind us that I think
my goodness, look at
introduced
these.
himself.
Look at
Very
these wonderful
different
people.
ways.
Just so you know, I'm the purple snack, and you can tell that I'm the purple snack because I'm the one with the purple beard.
I'm the orange one because
He's the
I'm
one
not the purple one.
that doesn't have the purple beard.
but we are on the badges.
We are, yes. We are the ones on the runner volunteer badge.
Shout outs to GDQ for putting us on the badges.
Shout outs to GDQ and to LLK for the amazing badges. There's me. There's CJ. There's us right there. See? All right. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So now we've got the lovely swimming stages, and I'm going to let the commentators take over and explain what on earth is going on.
Sure thing. So you see that there are some fish swimming around. This is just a water form of the nibbly pibblies in this game, as the game calls them, where the object of this game is to climb. Every single level is a new layer of a mountain that you're climbing, and they skipped way ahead in the mountain. And in this stage, they have to keep collecting nibbly pibblies because it's going to increase their weight, and they have to be at a certain weight in order to progress through the stages and progress through the game. And there are different colors for the nibbly pibblies. That black one right there is a gold one in disguise. The gold ones are the best.
7,
they are
8,
worth
10,
3.
12.
You can hear them counting because they need to get to a certain number
15,
of weight
18.
to be able to go forward. And there's a sound effect that plays whenever the room opens, and then you can just leave. And
Hit the bricks.
Hit the bricks. Hit the bricks. But yeah, the golds are the best. Those are worth 3, and then the other ones are the colors of the snakes. So if
one of us got it,
I had no idea.
Might have been on the screen.
if Rattle collects one that is the same color as Rattle, then it's worth 2 points. If Roll collects one that's the same color as Roll, it's worth 2 points. Otherwise, it's worth 1 point if they collect one that is the other snake's color. But they've just reached the end of this stage 8. Incredible.
Yells and CJ then proceeded to absolutely dominate stage 9.
Perfect. Will you settle for one long and awesome one?
Absolutely.
Because we have $248 from Ellipsis. Woo! That says, look at that! My marble fam is back on stage. Not content with devastating co-op marble madness, Yells, Rake, and Chest Jerk needed to find yet another isometric hellscape to submerge themselves in. Congratulations on presenting us another fantastic NES co-op classic, No Step on Sneck.
No step on Sneck.
I also want to let people know super quick, we did just open up a character choice bid war for Peglin, and that is open obviously until Peglin begins, which is pretty darn soon. So get those donations in if you want to see a particular character for that Peglin run.
I did nothing during that part, whatever.
The Pibbly shooter there can just randomly give you whatever ones at once, and it gave us 5 purple Pibblies in a row. So that was all me.
Yeah, that was
Hashtag
fast.
missed a jump.
So yeah, all ice physics here. Just keep that in mind.
What
A wall,
an
whatever.
unbelievable stage.
Wow.
Then, in stage 10, Snake, Rattle, and Roll punched back.
So we start stage 10 here with a little sequence break. I don't necessarily think that you were supposed to jump over that, and I didn't. There we go.
Second try every time.
Second try every time. We're also
First try.
not going to wake this foot up if we can help it, because the foot is angry and it lags a lot.
And it shakes the whole screen.
Shakes the whole screen.
Yeah,
There we go. A bomb, finally. So the Pibblies can sometimes be bombs and just be like, oops, I'm going to explode instead. And
just like that.
And this is the RNG slot machine that is Snake, Rattle, and Roll. You're like, boy, I wish we could get Pibblies to eat.
Yeah.
Oops, all bombs.
It went really well. It went really well in the last stage, and now it's going right back in their faces. It's literally blowing up in their faces. So this is possible to do while the foot is active like that.
I should not have been saying there.
Having taken a death now, CJ's weight dropped to a level below what it was when they started the stage.
Just going swimming.
We should maybe we should kill the foot.
I don't think you can. I think it moves too fast.
That's true, it might.
Snake, Rattle, and Roll, a notoriously brutal game for many reasons, and you can kind of see that happening now. They were absolutely dominating this game up until this point, but you see that the game can just sort of just make it blow up in your face at any moment.
if they don't give you the pibblies, you can't move very much, and you're really just at the mercy of RNG here.
I mean, it's okay. This song is a banger.
Yeah,
so,
that's fair.
Like, it's just...
Finally, the game gave them the weight that they needed in order to complete the stage. But the most difficult was yet to come.
We got a pretty precarious climb here. Keep in mind, all ice.
Ice and slanted platforms. Like peanut butter and jelly.
Slippery in multiple directions.
And lag.
And laggy.
Don't forget the lag. All ice. And a door in the middle of the wall. That's always a good thing.
Oh, game over.
Marathon's over. All right, see you all.
No, I have continued.
Okay. I guess.
Boop, boop, boop.
I think you should play on.
Oh, jeez, I hit up instead of left.
Hey, look, it's still ice physics.
Oh, yeah, but all ice still. Oh, yeah, okay. I was expecting to be at the bottom of the slope, not the top.
One more game over, and they would have to start again from the beginning of the game.
I think you're still at the top of it. Oh, no, because you fall off the bottom this time. Yeah, okay.
Okay, good. Wow, okay.
Yeah. Game is still incredibly hard.
Yellsrake went into serious mode as he suddenly found his back firmly against the wall with no room for error left.
Okay.
I don't have any more continues.
Yeah.
The thing about marathon runs is that, in most circumstances, you only get one shot. Most marathon runs, just like the marathons themselves, are miracles hanging on by a thread every single moment. Things will go wrong. And if Yells had used his last continue and game overed, it would have been okay. But every runner who goes on to the big stage hopes for things to go as well as possible, and at the very least, to finish the run. No one is a failure when that doesn't come to pass. No matter how these runs end, they're still an asset to the marathon. But still, for Yellsrake and Chestjerk to clutch up in the last moment and see the run to the finish line is all we can really ask for.
Time.
What a run.
What a run.
What a run.
What a run.
It was all pretty much a dream come true, aside from the fact that I was kind of falling asleep throughout the next two runs, but it's still like everything went just about as well as I could have imagined and hoped for, and I'm just so grateful. And now I'm gonna probably try and grab a nap or something and see if I can enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of the event, and I'll show you what it's like being a runner at an event after the run is done. Thank you for watching this far. I really hope that this has been engaging or entertaining or helpful to you so far, regardless of whether you're planning on doing anything like this in the future, or you already have, or you're just watching this for fun. This is wild.